Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Wendy, I'm home.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
Go to hell and take your friends with you!
Carbon Day! No!
Get off my plane.
Remember Salmon that promised to kill you last?
That's what made you did it!
I lied.
Hello and welcome to Movies to Drink To.
Hi,
My name is Finn.
I'm Mr. Smith.
And
Or Lee.
Lee. Lee, Mr. Smith.
Yes. That's
Mr. Smith comedy on social media.
the Lee Smith comedy on social.
Oh, fuck no.
I'm a man of many names.
All of them very generic.
Yeah.
So today's episode, before we go on, don't forget to rate this, review this, subscribe to this wherever you're listening. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, this won't be on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Anyway, today we are talking about Mac and Me from 1988. The infamous Mac and Me. Often regarded as one of the worst films ever made. Often makes the list of, top 10, top 20
Yeah.
worst movies of all time. We watched it.
Yes, we did.
You own it.
I do.
You own a copy
Well,
of this.
I could not find because
Physical media.
Yeah. I have issues with streaming in my flat because I have Sky Broadband and they're like, no, you can't watch these
You
things.
shall not break the law.
So I had to find it legitimately from somewhere, which is a shame. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And then my boss, in the end, was like, on my birthday, was like, I bought you Mac and Me on DVD.
Wow.
Which was very kind of them.
Very
and
so-
now
yeah.
I own Mac and Me.
Forever. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure I found it on YouTube.
I did find a version of it on YouTube, but for some reason it was like a small, it wasn't like a whole screen.
Yes,
It was
so
like-
basically the version that I found, which is on YouTube, and you can find it on dodgy sites as well, it is the TV showing.
Yeah,
So it's in 4:3
that's it.
aspect
Yeah.
ratio. So it's as you would have watched it on television in the early 90s.
Yes.
There's no adverts though. It didn't cut to like a, that midnight fucking Big Mac advert or anything weird like that. But yes, Mac and Me from 1988. That's the film we're talking about. Directed by Stuart Raphael. Nope. Never.
Huge career.
Yes. No. He did do other stuff. Hang on, nothing I've seen, but some other people might have.
He did Passenger 57. with
There you
Wesley
go. Yeah,
Snipes.
that's it.
The Ice Pirates.
That's supposed to be a bit of a classic.
18 Wheels of Justice. Which looks like a TV show. Yes, and some other things. Croc. Oh, that 3 with Kelly Brook.
Must have missed that. What?
Yeah, I think I may have watched it. Just
Early 2000s
hoping to
jack-off
see
material.
more of Kelly Brook's boobs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Billy Zane as well is in it.
Brilliant. Best actor in Titanic.
Oh, by a long shot.
It stars Christine Ebersole, Jonathan Ward, Tina Caspary, Lauren Stanley, and Jade Calgary as Eric. The
Yes,
plot
it
of
does.
this beeth
An alien trying to escape from NASA is befriended by a wheelchair-bound boy.
is disabled ET.
Yeah, basically. I
This-
mean, this is an ET ripoff.
It's
There's no getting away from it.
Yeah, it really it's one of the most blatant rip-offs of a movie
Yeah.
ever.
I mean, shamelessly.
Shamelessly.
And yeah, just makes it a billion times worse.
Yeah. I think E.T.'s a great movie. I love it. Until Spielberg went and replaced the gun with a walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
That is annoying. Doing a fucking George Lucas. Bell end. Anyway, our movie begins on an alien planet.
Space.
Space. On this alien planet, and we see some aliens.
Right.
Straight away.
Straight away, Mac's family.
Yep.
This is Mac is the baby of the family.
Yes.
Mac's family live on. It's a shit planet.
Oh,
is
there's,
what it is.
there's no buildings.
There's nothing. It's like
barren wasteland.
It looks like a shingle beach, and nobody likes a shingle beach. It's just stones everywhere.
Yeah, slate.
It's the most uncomfortable planet in the world, and they're just bowling about, sticking straws in the ground, drinking something from the ground.
Yeah.
But it's barren.
Yeah, it's a total barren wasteland. There's these 4 aliens, the family. Mac is the baby. We see them straight. There's no big reveal.
Nope.
It's just here they are,
Yeah.
and they look
Rubbish.
ridiculous. They look like alien blow-up sex dolls.
Yeah.
They constantly have this like blowjob look on their face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so surprised mouth, and they can't seem to move. Their mouth, the mouth doesn't change any sort of position. They've all got some sort of beer belly going on.
Yep.
And yeah, they move in. They all look
Drunk.
fucked.
The dad, the dad walks like a drunk.
Yeah.
Trying to get up the stairs.
They're constantly like, yeah, it's like fucking. It's 8:30 on Christmas Day night. This whole family are just like,
Yeah, they're the only ones there in this barren wasteland, looking like weird fucking like if you went to ET's home planet,
yeah.
you could probably buy one of these in a sex shop.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what they look like. Anyway, a spacecraft lands. It's NASA.
Yeah.
It's a probe thing that's landed, and the aliens start fucking with it.
Yeah, they lob stones at it and stuff
And
for no reason.
the probe vacuums up the family.
Yeah, this is weird. I mean, there's no way that this entire family of like fucking 4 people or whatever they are can fit into this probe. But this is proven. This is like explained away by the fact that when it hoovers them up, they go in like weird CGI. They all go like weird and stretchy.
I think the idea is they don't really have bones because there's a few scenes
Is that
later.
why they're supposed to move around like that?
Maybe. Because
Alright,
maybe it's
yeah.
something to do with the gravity
Oh
on
yeah,
their
I
planet.
suppose because yeah.
You'd think when they got to our planet and the gravity was different, they'd just be
They'd
like
just go
puddles on the floor. We're thinking about this way too much. So the probe vacuums up the family into the probe. So even though there's no way they could fit down the tube, but whatever. And it lifts off and it goes back to Earth.
In about 10 minutes.
Yep.
It's just like, here I am, back on Earth.
Yeah. Back on Earth. At NASA, in their little laboratory thing, they're taking the probe apart, and there's a weight discrepancy which they keep talking about,
Yeah.
and it goes on for fucking ages. And then they take a panel off, and for some reason there's a smoke machine inside the probe and a strobe light.
Yeah.
There's a disco going on.
Yeah, all like fucking, it all just goes fucking mental.
One of the aliens pops
and all of the army, all of the military in the room run away. There's scientists who are like, "What's going on?" The army are like, "Fuck this," and they're out the door.
Yeah, one of the aliens pops out. Larry, one of the NASA guys, he falls over. He does a "whoa, I've fallen over" for no fucking reason, like a woman in the 50s, and everything explodes.
Yeah.
And then we see a little alien run away, kind of waddle away, I guess.
Yeah, they get separated. Matt gets separated from the rest of the family for no reason.
No.
Like he gets out first and legs it, I think, and then the rest of the family are just fucking about in this smoke-filled room.
This whole scene is like a really shit version of that scene from Independence Day with the aliens behind the glass.
Yeah.
Which is a great scene. This is just an awful version of that.
Yeah. The dad just bowls up. The dad's he's a heavy-handed prick.
He
Like,
blows
he's
stuff
just-
up. So
yeah,
I think the idea they've got some kind of
electricity
powers.
or something. Yeah,
They can basically blow things up.
overload shit.
Yeah, by touching it. And,
Basically, yeah.
they can control electronics and stuff blows up. Anyway, the baby alien has been separated from the rest, and the baby alien he blows his way out of the base, out of NASA base, and then he's immediately hit by a car. The end.
But he gets out and he grabs onto an electric fence, and then he does this whole thing, like he's all like elongated and stretched out. Basically, I think this was somebody had the ideas like this was going to be like a live action cartoon. Almost like, and Mac and his family had the properties of like a cartoon character. So yeah, he's all like blah blah blah, blah and then that pings him out into the road, and then he gets slapped onto a windscreen.
Yeah,
like he's all stretched
he's
out
stuck
on his
on
face.
it. Yeah, he's stuck on it like a cartoon.
Which did make me laugh for about a second, but then there's the camera shot of him stuck on the screen, and then there's another camera shot, seemingly from the same place, just showing that the car's like from behind the windscreen, showing that the car's going all over, but he's not in that shot, and
No.
it keeps going between these two shots. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
And it all causes a pile up.
Yeah,
On the road.
people die.
Somebody get the jars of life. Someone's crushed
There's
in a car.
blood everywhere.
Yeah.
There's limbs like severed. No, not
then
at all. Like everybody just like waves fists at each other. Why are
Then the little baby alien, Mac, he then jumps in the back of a family's camper, unseen. And in the camper, we have Mike, we have Eric, who's in a wheelchair, Mike's little brother, and we have Mum. And all three of them can't act. Not one of them can deliver a line of dialogue. But this is the main family. Mum, her son Mike, little brother Eric in the wheelchair.
That's it.
And then we get to then we see. So that's what's happened to Mac. Then we we cut to the rest of the alien family who are wandering through the desert.
Yeah, everyone's escaped. Like nobody's pursuing them. They're just wandering drunkenly across the desert, like and stuff. And NASA and the army have just given up. Apparently, they're like, they've gone too far.
Yeah, and they're struggling a bit to walk through the desert.
Oh yeah, look, even though their home planet looks fucking hot.
Yeah,
like
looks
apparently
exactly
the
the
desert
same.
is slightly too hot.
Yeah, it's exactly the same kind of barren wasteland. We're like, we can't possibly handle this.
Oh, it's all sand here. We like shingles. Yeah, it's weird. Like
back in the camper van. This is like the next. So that's in the evening. The next day, they've been driving all night. Now it's the next day. Eric wakes up in the back seat of the van, and they're on the freeway in America. Big old freeway. Eric wakes up and he says, "Hey, look at all the cars. This looks pretty nice." And,
Yeah, I know.
And his mum says, "Pretty nice." What?
where have they come from?
I don't know.
This place must be nice.
Maybe-
Got cars.
Maybe they're the aliens.
Yeah. Twist. Plot twist.
It's such
It is
bad
weird.
dialogue.
Yeah, no, like fucking he must love motorways.
Yeah.
Like constantly like, this is the nicest place I've ever been. Look at all the fucking traffic.
Imagine walking through like central London. What a nice place. Look at all this traffic. Look at all this fucking pollution in the air.
All these cars that barely move. Oh, I'm in my element, yeah.
Wait till LA traffic.
Yeah.
So they arrive home, a new home. They have moved to California. And when they move into their new home, there's a weird little girl sat opposite their new house, dressed as a Native American.
Yeah, she's appropriating Native American culture.
She's even got a little teepee set up. And she has a parrot with her,
Yeah.
which is only in this scene.
Yeah, I know. It's like she killed it. And it's never mentioned.
But you think
again.
like, oh, there's a weird little racist girl with a pet parrot. It's the 80s. It's a kids' movie. That parrot is going to be wisecracking
it's
all the way through
that's
this
the
film.
the comic relief.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that parrot and Mac together, comedy gold.
Nope.
Nope.
He's never seen after
again.
this
It's
scene.
dead. She ate it.
She sacrificed him. And then Mac hops out the van. The little racist girl sees Mac.
Yeah.
And Mac is then squashed in the door by moving men because comedy.
Yeah.
They're moving into the house. Anyway,
Michael thinks he sees Mac.
Mike spots
Well, he
Mac.
does see Mac.
Mike spots Mac while he's unpacking his room, but he thinks it's the
Yeah,
sunglasses
he
he's
keeps
wearing,
putting his sunglasses on.
playing tricks on him.
Because comedy.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah. Because obviously, those sunglasses are going to make you see a weird little deformed man. Like Dobby the fucking elf. That's how sunglasses work.
Is that a sex doll?
Yeah.
It looks all weird.
Weird. How unusual.
So, like we said, Mac has electrical powers,
Yes.
which is shown in a couple of scenes. Then he goes and takes a shower. Then he makes a mess in the kitchen.
Yep.
And then he runs out the back, and racist Debbie the neighbor, spots him.
Yeah.
And Eric has seen all this shit going on, and
But still hasn't seen Mac.
he hasn't seen Mac, but he's run out into the... Well, he's not run, he's in a wheelchair. He's wheeled out into the garden.
Fucking hell, Finn.
Did I just assume his ability? He's wheeled himself out into the garden, and racist Debbie is there over the fence.
Yeah, just watching, and the neighbour's like fucking nosy little prick.
And she's like, "Oh, what was that thing?" And Eric's like, "Oh, it's my brother."
Yeah, he assumes it's Michael for some reason, and she's like,
No, I think she thinks it's another brother. It's like an even a littler brother.
Gotcha. That's it.
And racist Debbie's like, "All right."
Yeah. Your
Sit-
brother's deformed as fuck, but all right.
Sips her morning coffee, walks back in. All right, just
Didn't she say something like, "See, you guys are going to be interesting" or something? Like,
yeah. He says, he says like, oh, it's my brother. And obviously Debbie's like, your brother? And he goes, we're from Iowa. He's like, all right. Interesting.
What happened to him? So did somebody throw acid on him?
Later, we keep him in the basement. He's like Hugo, the deformed brother.
That's why I'm chasing him now.
Yeah,
he's got
escaped.
out. Yeah, he's not supposed to see daylight.
Later that night, Mac is passed out outside, drunk. They're correct. They look pissed all the time anyway. Until he hears the sound of wolves howling, and it wakes him. So he runs back to the house.
Just before this, there's a bit where the removal man comes in and offers to, like, quite nicely, says to Eric, "Oh, do you want me to hook your TV up?" And he's like, "Just put it down over there." All right, mate. It's a fucking
very sullen cripple.
Yeah, he's a right prick. We're like, fuck you. Yeah, and then we all said, like, just before that, we've got the first of the Skittles product placement.
Oh, I didn't notice that one.
Well, the first one is the Coca-Cola in the car.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Skittles product placement just after that, and then it fucking escalates.
Yeah, there is a lot of product placement. It escalates to the point where at one point this film is just a commercial. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Mac is sleeping outside.
Yeah.
Passed out. He's then woken by the sound of wolves howling. Mm-hmm. So he runs back to the house. I did think for a second, like, this film's about to get a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Wolves. Mac and werewolves.
Mac is savage to death.
Yeah, just torn apart by wolves. The end. So he goes back to the house and he just looks through the window with this little fucking blowjob face and just watches Eric sleep.
Well, first of all, he goes to the living room where Michael is using a circular saw in the house.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just like just cutting bits of wood for no fucking reason.
I forget you've seen the more extended version I have. I only saw the TV edit.
Oh, right. Okay. So they must have cut this bit out because there was like nobody uses a circular saw in the fucking house. It's ridiculous.
Also, it's boring.
Yeah, it's kind of boring. But yeah, then Eric's, then that's it. Mum goes in and Eric's got a bed. He's got a baseball bat, which she pulls out. Like, she's like, got this in here for. Yeah. And then Mac tries to communicate with his family.
Really? How?
They do this weird hand gesture
thing. Yeah. We
Their
get
hands
another
together and
shot. So we get another shot of the family wandering through the desert, and they kind of start whistling to each other from a distance and doing this hand. It's kind of like a weird alien version of Papa Foo.
It's exactly that. It's all, like when E.T. has his like finger lights up.
They've got hands.
Like,
that don't light
they do
up.
this whole like.
Yeah, the budget couldn't afford the hands to light up. Just have them whistle, because their faces are permanently look like they're whistling.
Yep.
So we'll have them whistle, because we can't move their faces.
Yeah, not at all. That's how they communicate.
Do you think, like, when they were designing these, like, we can't afford to have these faces move or do anything, so whatever I design this as, that's how it's stuck.
Yeah.
It's like, right, I've got a scene where they whistle. Can you make them have whistling faces? Like I said, once I've made them and they look like they're whistling, I can't change it.
Once it's cast.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's how they communicate, whistling. It's like, so you want them to look like they're whistling all the time. That's the face you want them pulling.
I mean, they do look like a race of beings that communicate by whistling. That does come across, and blow each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what their fucking faces are going to be good for.
Yeah. Anyway, in the morning, Mac is messing around with the electrics again. He drills a couple of holes through the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Which Eric doesn't see him, but he sees all the shit he's doing. So he sees these big drill bits come through the wall. For some fucking reason, he's doing DIY in the house, this weird little alien baby.
Yeah, there's no reason for this at all. He just destroys the fucking place.
Yeah, well, he's filled the living room with plants and fucking taxidermy and shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
And he even cuts a hole through the front door, which is when Eric first sees him, through the hole in the front door.
Yeah.
And then Mum arrives, who is pissed.
Oh, well, quite understandably.
Yep.
Like, yeah, she wakes up
She's
in the morning
fuming.
and her house is fucked.
Yeah. But the best bit is, for some reason, right, so the house has been destroyed. It's full of, like, fucking plants and wildlife. There's holes in the wall, holes in the door.
Yeah.
It's proper fucked. And they think, for whatever reason, the boy in the wheelchair did it.
Yeah, I know. There's plants like all on top of the fucking like the door frames and stuff, quite high up. And they're like, why did you do this? He's like, I clearly didn't.
How, mother? How did I do this? You show me how I fucking did it. Huh? You dumb broad. But he doesn't do that. He gets really upset and he cries. And so he wheels himself off a cliff.
Yeah. Basically.
And this
goes to the end of the garden. Like, it is kind of established that the garden kind of backs out onto some sort of
a
open...
ravine, a canyon.
Yeah. So, yeah, he wheels himself down. Like, he's crying and, like, out of, like, I don't know, despair. He wheels himself to the end of the garden to where this fucking cliff face is. And then still wheels himself out, even though, like, the incline becomes steeper and steeper as he goes. And then he's, like, distracted by a flower or something.
Breaks. Yeah. Basically, this is the infamous Paul Rudd scene.
Yeah, this is
the
Paul Rudd's favourite bit.
Conan O'Brien show.
Yeah.
Which you've probably, if you've never seen Mac and Me, you've probably seen this bit of the movie.
Yeah.
Because Paul Rudd has been showing
Paul Rudd made it
for
a bit
20
for
years.
like 20 odd years and still managed to do it. My favourite one is the one he did most recently, where Conan O'Brien's got a podcast now, which doesn't have a visual element to it. Like, it's just a podcast. And he still managed to get away with it. So he said, I've been making my own podcast. It's like a dramatic thing. And he goes, I've actually bought a snippet of it. It's like, and Conan O'Brien was like, well, he can't, obviously can't show the clip.
Yeah.
And they still did
Played
the audio.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
So yeah, Eric basically, his brakes fail on his wheelchair and he ends up going off. Just the fact that they have this fucking canyon, this cliff face, just off their back garden.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's California, but like, whatever.
It's absurd.
And he goes off this cliff and lands in the water at the bottom. And Mac's down there somehow. He got down there before, taking a nap.
Well, Mac lures him in almost to his death? Doesn't he, like, make some noises and stuff? And Eric's like, "Roar." And he goes off to look. There's a bit where he, like, makes some sort of whistling noise or some shit. But anyway, so, like, Eric basically plummets to his death. Not really.
Yeah. Mac saves him though.
Mac, dives in. So, well, that's. He definitely does whistle at him and then he falls off. And then there's this weird, like, bit where, like, green screen bit where, like, Eric's wheelchair hits the fucking water and and Mac just pops up to, like, watch his handiwork.
Yeah. Woken from his drunken stupor again.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
He's just wheeling this kid out. Is this kid strapped in to this fucking wheelchair? Because that seems dangerous.
Yeah. So you'd think he'd just pull the body out and the wheelchair would be.
But no, he just wheels him out.
Fuck no. Anyway, later at the house is absolute pandemonium. There's the fire brigade's there. There's a fucking ambulance. Everyone's shown up, and there's a doctor.
The mum's like, "Why would he do this?" She thinks he tried to kill himself.
Well, maybe he did,
but she gets over it.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's because you blamed him for destroying the house, which he clearly couldn't do, mother.
Yeah. Which is still in that state, by the way. Nobody's tidied it.
No. There's a doctor there checking out Eric. Eric is telling him about, like, well, listen, doc, don't tell anybody, but I saw an alien. And the doctor's like, okay, here's a sedative.
Yeah, he's like, have some drugs.
Yeah, have some drugs. You shut the fuck up.
It's a typically 80s doctor.
Yeah.
Just, there you go, have some sedative, shut the fuck up.
Racist Debbie won't back him up.
Nope.
She won't corroborate his story. She's like, I didn't see nothing.
Yeah. This kid's clearly insane.
Yeah. She walks off in her dressing gown, sipping her coffee.
Goes and sits in her teepee.
Turns on her shows.
Puts an elk skin on.
Just watching Days of Our Lives. Smoking cigarettes.
She's 8.
Christ. Anyway, later the next day, or whatever, after that event.
Well, Courtney turns up as well, don't forget. Is this where we first meet Courtney?
Who's Courtney?
Courtney is Debbie's sister.
Oh, right. So I think in the version I watched, she doesn't show up till about 2/3 of the movie.
Oh, well, she turns up because Debbie's there, and then Courtney shows up, and then her and Michael meet in the doorway. And Debbie turns up in her McDonald's uniform.
Yes, I remember this now. And then, the next day or whatever, Mike is driving Mum to her first day at work at Sears.
Yeah.
The department store.
Yeah.
How much does she run Sears? Like, that house must be worth a fortune.
But this is a trope of all, like, fucking films and stuff. All these families are like, hard done by and like fucking broken families. They've got no money. They're all money's a big stress. You've got a 9-bedroom house.
Oh yeah, they all live
with
in
a pool,
lovely houses in the suburbs, with white picket fences and all that. And we get a shitload of product placement like Sears, Coca-Cola, people talking about fucking Big Macs and all that shit.
Well, that bit where Courtney turns up, like in a McDonald's outfit, straight away Michael mentions the McDonald's outfit. Then they fucking mention Big Macs 3 times in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now we've got more. What's it?
We also get a shot of Mac just sat by the road looking weird.
Yeah, just doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he looks weird in every fucking scene, but it's just weirder because he literally just sat watching cars go by. He's like on a hill.
Like, this is nice.
Yeah,
all these cars.
He's like on a hill overlooking a freeway, like, ooh.
It's much nicer than when I live. There's no cars there.
Yeah, cars. Definitely that's how you know it's a good place. Cars. At night, back at the house, Mike is trying to chat up some girl on the phone.
Yep.
Courtney, maybe? Don't know.
It is Courtney. It's supposed to be Courtney.
All right. And Eric is going around the house setting traps.
Using Coca-Cola product placement.
Yes. Coca-Cola cans are the bait
that
he set for these traps. Racist Debbie sneaks in through Eric's window because she's a home invader, as well as a massive
awful,
racist. And one of the traps goes off.
Right, this trap is the most like it's. There's no point to it. It's ridiculous. It's like a little thing, almost like a Morse code thing, almost with a bell on it.
Yeah.
So the idea is that Mac's going to be stupid enough to just start hitting a bell, which he is.
He is a baby.
Yeah. There's no thought goes into this trap at all. It's like ding, 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 ding. He's like, oh, we've caught him. He's an idiot.
He's just there. Oh,
yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
And then so they're gonna suck him up for a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, they've left a trail of straws, which Mac follows for no reason.
And they've strapped the vacuum cleaner to racist Debbie's back.
Yep.
And they suck him up into the vacuum cleaner, and this ends up nearly killing racist Debbie.
Yeah.
Because when he's in the vacuum cleaner, the thing's bouncing all over the place, and she's flying around the room.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the tracks like along the wall. Yeah, but she goes up the wall, across the ceiling, and it slams her down on the other side. I mean, that is in real life, that's 2 broken legs, probably a disintegrated spine.
But she's a racist, so
but
fuck
yeah,
her.
so we don't care.
Then they get Mac out of the vacuum cleaner by reversing the motor, which is definitely a thing you can do on vacuum cleaners.
Absolutely, because what's the point of a vacuum cleaner if you can't splurge out all the shit that you just fucking sucked into it?
You gotta just open up the bag and take him out. We gotta reverse the motor.
Yeah, we need to blow all this shit out. I quite often do that. Once I like to hoover the entire flat and then go back and put all the shit back.
Yeah. So they reverse the motor, and again, a smoke machine goes off. And there's kind of this like big reveal scene.
Yeah.
But we know what he looks like.
Yeah, we've already seen Mac.
Yeah. We've
At
been
the
watching
beginning.
him for like 30 minutes. We know what he fucking looks like.
20 seconds into the film, we saw him.
He's half dead when we do find him.
Yeah.
Finally see him.
Oh yeah, well, he's been through a lot. He's been through a Hoover.
Yeah. Mum arrives home. Racist Debbie wants to bail. And she's like, I wasn't here. You ain't seen me, got it?
They're trying to perk him up by giving him Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it must be like whatever he drinks on his planet. Why would it be?
Planet Cola.
Yeah. Cola's it's a very synthesized thing. It doesn't form naturally.
There's nothing natural about Coca-Cola.
This planet where Coca-Cola forms naturally, and Big Macs as well grow on trees.
Planet America. It's lucky NASA didn't do too much investigation now. Otherwise, they'd be like, we need to colonize it now. Wells of Coca-Cola and Big Mac, French fries, bushes, and trees of Big Macs.
Oh, no. Beware of the sea of apple pies. It's hot.
Racist Debbie fucks off. Mac runs away. And then the next morning, Mac is out the front of the house reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay. And he wakes Eric up, and he's put a little flower on his pillow.
Yeah.
Because he wants to bang him.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Flirting.
I don't know. It's maybe just hinting at, you know what I've been designed for, Eric? Look at my face.
Yeah.
I suck dick. That's all I can do.
This film's about to take a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's creating some weird, some shit alarm as well. Like he's tied a piece of string to the curtains, which are now billowing in the wind enough to make like a bell ding.
He's also cleaned up the entire house.
Yeah, he has cleaned it now.
including fixing the door.
Oh yeah, and the whole he's
Somehow.
polyfilled the holes in the fucking wall. Yeah, he's done everything. Like,
Three-strung door.
I mean, Mac, considering he's a baby, is a dab hand at fucking like home improvements.
Yeah,
and
if you
stuff.
discover like, right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chain him up in the basement and hire him out.
Yeah. Just send him round to houses. Like, fucking do him up. Overnight.
Yeah.
One night.
Yeah. Make a fortune out of this little freak.
Yeah.
Then we get another shot of the alien family in the desert. They're still not dead.
No, they are dying though, hopefully.
Yes. The dad walks like he's pissed even more so.
Yeah.
There's more whistling because that's all they can fucking do because their faces don't move.
He does seem like a fucking obnoxious drunk as well, the dad. Like, just everything about him. Like, it gets worse later.
He definitely beats the alien mom.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's an abusive parent.
Yeah, you can tell. He's just a piece
And
of
husband.
shit. Yeah. Then later on, Mum and Eric go for a run. Well, Mum Mum runs. Eric wheels alongside her.
Which is cheating. I
Yeah.
don't care how you look at it.
And then racist Debbie and her mum are driving down the street. This is just in their little neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they see Mac driving some kind of toy car
He's
thing.
stolen a toy car from nowhere, like that hasn't shown up at all, like in this film.
Yeah,
until
this
now.
hasn't been established. He just appears.
Just
going,
appears like
"Woo!"
stealing, and dogs are chasing him. All of the neighborhood dogs are chasing him again for no established reason.
It looks so cheap and shit.
Yeah, it looks
like the Mac doll thing they've got in this toy car.
Yeah.
It doesn't move.
Nope.
It's not something in a suit. It's literally just like a polystyrene,
rubber
a
doll,
rubber doll in this thing that's zipping through a neighborhood with dogs after it. It just looks so fucking shit.
Yeah.
He crashes it, and when he crashes it, he flies out and he gets stuck up a tree. This kind of like shit. It's not a full-on tree, but he's stuck up a tree, and all the dogs are there. And this rubber doll with a blowjob face is just in a tree, stuck there, and then this really cheesy 80s rock ballad starts playing.
80s tune happens, and then that leads into because this all of this bit is so long for no reason.
It cuts between the
It's
mum
like
at
a
work.
running montage.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's a running montage with like Eric and his mum. Also keeps going back to Mac being stuck in the tree with the dog still after him for no established. Well, because he's made of Coca-Cola and Big Macs, I guess. And then it goes on to something else, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah,
still while
it's
this
this whole
music's still
montage
playing.
with this cheesy, but it's just this image of this fucking fat baby thing. It's like I don't know. It looks like a turd with legs and a blowjob face, just stuck in a tree, just like staring at nothing because his eyes don't move.
Yeah,
and these dogs
bizarre.
barking at him.
Yeah, no, it's fucked and it's strange. It makes no sense. It's almost like we've got this song and we need to put it in
Somehow.
now.
Yeah. The next morning, some government people show up and they're snooping around. No idea why they suspect the alien is there, but they are confident.
There's nothing.
I mean,
they're
they're right.
Yeah,
But how do they know?
it's just like somebody's grassed them up, Debbie.
It's racist Debbie.
Racist Debbie's grassed
Straight
them up.
on the phone.
They're like, yeah, there's
Those neighbors over there, they got some kind
They've
of
got
illegal immigrant here.
Yeah.
I think he's Mexican. Little Mexican boy running around.
It is weird. They just out of nowhere. They're like, yeah, well, we're surveilling this place.
I mean, at least in ET, they show the government listening in on their phone calls, don't they? Yeah.
There's at least some sort of-
ET begins with the government chasing him through the woods.
Yeah.
And that's how the film then goes into the town.
Yeah, this
where
is
they
like,
overlook
and they
him.
keep saying like they keep referring to the crash site that nobody saw.
What
in
crash
this-
site?
There is no crash
What
site.
crashed?
Yeah, no, nothing crashed. The fucking that thing just came back to NASA.
Yeah.
Like
Are they just thinking of ET?
I guess so, yeah.
'Cause that-
Because Michael says it about 3 times in the film. And he goes, "Oh, it's the guys from the crash site." What crash site? There was a traffic jam. That's where you first got Mac.
Yeah, which you didn't know you did.
Yeah, nobody said nobody at any point went, "Oh, it's a crash site."
Fucking hell.
Fucking making shit up as you go along. Don't know what film you're in.
Anyway, I don't know where we are. Next day, whatever. Anyway, Mum leaves Eric and racist Debbie. They're left alone. I guess she goes to work.
Yeah.
And Mac is in the living room watching TV, and he's got full-blown AIDS.
Yeah,
He's like,
this was the 80s.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it about
like he's got full-blown, not just HIV, full-blown AIDS.
from all the blowjobs.
Yeah. or at least he's got serious herpes. Yeah. But yeah, he's like dying, kind of like E.T. was.
Yeah.
But it's not explained.
No.
No, he's just sick, dying.
He's just,
it's probably all the Big Macs and Coca-Cola.
It's all the Big Macs.
He's got the diabetes.
It's the being trapped in that Hoover for a bit with all the shit. They haven't treated him particularly well.
No.
And his diet is terrible.
Yeah. So they've got to get him out. Racist Debbie's mum shows up to take them out.
Yeah.
They can't leave him. He's got full-blown AIDS. He's going to die. So Eric dresses Mac up as a teddy bear. He takes a teddy bear, I guess, pulls the stuffing out, and puts Mac inside.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's quite obviously a person in a teddy suit.
Yes. It looks.
I mean, any actual human being outside of a film would just be like, that's a weird...
There's a boy in there.
Yeah, there's somebody in that.
Yeah. Is he in the union?
Yeah.
So Debbie's mum... Eric and racist Debbie take Mac in the teddy bear suit.
They think it's a Teddy Ruxpin or some shit.
Yeah, into to Debbie's mum's car, and she's going to drive. The government people, they're watching all this.
Yeah,
they're surveilling from across the street.
They're like, there's an alien in that Teddy. That's not a real fucking Teddy Ruxpin.
They are straight away. They start tailing them. They're like,
yeah, let's follow them.
Yeah, because,
no reason.
Well, definitely a reason.
Yeah.
That's a fucking alien. But Debbie's mum's a total fucking moron.
Yeah,
she's just like, that's an interesting toy you've got there, Eric.
Like, the things they can do nowadays in 1988, they can't do that.
The animatronics inside your stuffed bear are incredible, Eric.
That's probably worth thousands of pounds that you don't have.
No. Anyway, cut to a breakdance music scene outside of a McDonald's.
Yeah, some breakdancing is happening because 80s.
Yes, they pull into the car park. As do the government guys. The government people pull in like...
This is the weirdest, most nonsensical fucking bollocks.
The government agents, they pull into the car park and they just got this look on their faces like, what the fuck is this? It's like someone shooting a music video in the car park of this McDonald's. There's all this breakdancing going on. And so they arrive there, and basically it's a birthday party at McDonald's. And Mac is there as a teddy bear. That just...
He immediately steals some kid's Coke. Mac is aggro.
He is a dick.
Yeah.
And then we basically just get a McDonald's birthday party, which I went to a few as a child.
I did.
They were not like this.
No.
It's just a music video.
Not even slightly. Yeah. There's for some reason there's some of the football team, the American football team there, still in their uniforms.
Yeah.
There's some cheerleaders as well, still in their uniforms.
No one showers after the game.
No. They just walk
they
off the field into McDonald's.
Yeah, because they just got to have a Big Mac.
Still wearing their helmets.
Yeah. How are they going to eat their Big Macs with the helmets on?
Just going to push it through the grill at the front. And to save time, we get a little bit between Michael and Courtney where he goes, "Oh, you know that alien I've told you all about?" And she's like, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
well, there he is."
Yeah, in this bear suit. Oh yeah, I couldn't have fucking guessed, Eric. Look at the thing.
Everyone in here knows.
Yeah, it's up dancing on the fucking.
Yeah, some synchronized dancing breaks out.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, all across the. Yeah, there's
also
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ronald McDonald is there.
Yeah, he got a golden Razzie for this.
Yes,
apparently.
he did get a Razzie.
Razzie. Yeah.
Yes, the only fictional character to ever be awarded a Razzie.
Yeah,
Ronald McDonald.
As was it worst newcomer or something? Yeah. Ronald loves it. My notes just go off the rails here. It's like, why is this happening?
Yeah, it's absolute chaos. And the feds busted it up.
And the kid playing Mac in that teddy suit he's got no moves at all.
No.
Like, it's just weird, like
no rhythm.
half-hearted.
It's like that Katy Perry shark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kill me now. Every moment I live is agony. Anyway, the feds bust it up and they chase after them. Eric again wheels himself down a massive hill. He's got Mac on his lap, hasn't he?
Yes.
It's not quite E.T. on the bike. It's a boy in a wheelchair with a teddy bear on his lap. He wheels himself down a massive hill, smashes through a garden fence.
He does. Like with his face.
The face! but he's fine.
Yeah, he's
hard-
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Bursts through. Well, I assume he uses Mac as some sort of shield, some alien shield, like, and just bursts through this. Yeah, God.
And
And
then-
it's not Ferris Bueller.
and then wheels himself into traffic.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
causes
another
crashes,
pile
more
up.
crashes.
People die. There's more blood, more limbs. It does all this. Like, I mean, he can do some fucking speed in this wheelchair. Apparently.
The funniest thing is, all the feds, they're running after them.
Yep.
They forgot they got a car.
Yeah, I know.
They're running down the road. Oh, it's like, go get your car, the one you arrived in.
And run him down. But yeah, they're all running, and they're clearly like they're doing all this weird bumbling sort of comedy running rather than actually pelting down and catching up with him.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all like yelling "Come on!" at each other like all the time. That's like constantly, just come on, come on, come on. Like, as
Sound
they
like a Gary
trip over
Glitter
each
song.
other. But as they chase a boy in a wheelchair.
He's got an even smaller boy with him.
It's like fucking Christmas. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, he finds his way to Sears because we need that in there again.
Yeah.
Mac blows up a bunch of stuff, and they escape when Mike, racist Debbie, and racist Debbie's sister Courtney, who by the way, now knows about the alien.
Yep.
In that
They
one,
all know.
Yep. They pick him up in the van, and they drive off.
Yep.
I don't know where they think they're going. The feds know where they live.
Yeah, I know.
They literally
They're
just
gonna
came from
fuck
their
off in
house.
the van. Did you notice the other bit as well? Like, as we get to Sears, the kid's mum is working on getting the boys a new dad. She's walking along with some guy, and she just comes out. She looks at him. She goes, "So how long have you been in lingerie?"
Yeah.
What a weird line.
Well, it's the the balding middle-aged man that works in lingerie. I bet he makes loads of sales. Hello, lady.
It's so weird. But yeah, then they pull up next to him in the van. And a move that would only work at 3 miles per hour, otherwise everyone dies. They drive up next to the wheelchair and pull him in.
Yes. They pull a wheelchair and two people.
And two people
Well,
into
one
the
person,
van.
one alien.
Yeah.
Into the van whilst it's moving
Because
along.
Michael's buff as fuck. He's not fucking strong enough to lift up that entire wheelchair and two people. As the suits run slowly behind and don't catch up. Oh, it's absurd.
Later on, they've stopped for some food in the van. They've stopped. They pulled over for some food, possibly a Big Mac. Who knows? Mac still has
Yeah, but
AIDS.
one of them is still eating a McFlurry
Yeah. and
and
then
some Skittles.
they're trying to decide what to do and where to go. And Mike says the line, "There's a Wickes in Palmdale. It's about 20 miles from the crash." What?
Yeah, yeah.
What's Wickes?
Oh, there's a bit earlier on where they find Max left them like an advert from a paper on the table.
It says
for
Wickes.
Wickes.
Right.
So that's something to do with the plot, but we don't find out. It turns out that it's just a sign that he saw or
Yeah.
didn't see at all. Well, I assume the parents must have seen it, and then they've communicated that by going.
If they can,
Wickes.
if they can communicate that, why can't they just say, "We're here.
Yeah.
This is our location."
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be all fucking cryptic and weird, Mum.
It's got to be all fucking because that would just be too easy. This film would be a lot shorter and better. This is also another point where 80s music just happens randomly for no reason. Like, it's another one. We've got this song. It has to happen now.
Yes. Yeah. A racist Debbie's sister thinks they should just hand Mac into the authorities.
Which is correct.
Yes, and Eric tries to guilt trip her with the line, "Don't you like him?"
Yeah.
And then we look at him, and I just went, "No."
No,
I honestly,
it's not. There's nothing at all endearing.
no. He looks like a weird little shit.
Yeah.
And a literal shit.
Yeah.
If
He's also been a massive cunt through most of
he's
this
been a
film.
real problem. If we as a species, humans, ever make contact with alien life forms,
Yeah.
if this is what they look like,
Yeah, just fuck
I'm
it off.
going full fucking racist against the aliens. Fuck these weirdos.
Alien nation.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? They can't speak.
No.
They can't even form words.
No.
They just drink all of our fucking sodas,
Yeah.
wander around. They look weird. They don't look right. They look different to me, and I don't like it.
But
Fuck
they've
these
got-
aliens.
There's no visible way they can benefit anyone at all.
No.
They have nothing going for them at all.
They might be able to teach the military how to blow stuff up with
Yeah.
their hands.
Or send vague instructions by whistling.
Yeah. That's it.
Wicks.
Frankly, these things are only good for vivisection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's it. Like for explorative surgery
Yeah.
to find out things about
biology, maybe.
There you go.
They're going to contribute nothing to society.
Nothing at all.
They want fucking benefits. Fuck them. Oh, God. Wouldn't that just be so disappointing, though, if we finally found aliens and this is what they turned out to be?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, no. Why did we ever fucking look? Anyway. So they decide to head to the Wicks in Palmdale by the Crash.
Yeah,
whatever.
because Mac's been handing them these straws with flowers in them, and it turns out that he's been trying to tell them about wind turbines.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then they find an old mine.
Yes.
An old abandoned mine.
Yeah, they arrive at... Oh, it turns out Wicks is a furniture store,
Yeah.
but it's a sign for the
Or
furniture store.
not the actual Wicks.
Yeah, again, they could have just said exactly what they were. Anyway, and I did write down, I must have missed something. So anyway, they pull over in the middle, and there's a wind farm. Mac whistles a bunch, and they figure out that the family is inside an old mine.
Yes.
So Mike takes Mac inside, and they find his family dead in the mine shaft. The end! I think that's the third time this film's ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dead on the floor. That's it. But no, they decide to not be dead. They are saved by Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Not making that up. They literally, of course, they've got loads of cans of Coke in the van.
Yep. And
they,
Skittles.
Yep. And they force feed them Coca-Cola and bring them back to life.
Yeah, that. Well, that is Coca-Cola is the drink of life.
The drink of diabetes.
Jesus Christ, they
And
must
cavities.
owe us money by the end of this episode. Also, yeah, Michael does the old gonna poke one of them right in the eyeball to see if they're alive. Like literally has a bit of a like in its eyeball. He goes, oh no, they're still alive. Yeah, and then they...
I love it when they come to life. Racist Debbie is there, and she says to one of the aliens, just as it's come back from the brink of death, "I'm Debbie. I live next door."
Yeah, next door to here.
Yeah. Imagine that's
awful.
the first thing you hear. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Next door to who? To me? Where am I? Who are you? I'm Debbie.
Then they decide they're going to put clothes on them all. These things have been naked since the first time we saw them on their own planet.
Maybe
But now we're
they don't want to
fucking-
look at their gross
Well, no,
alien
you don't.
bodies.
I mean, they're quite right to.
Like,
But they're just like,
I know we've saved your life and we're taking you to safety, but cover up.
Yeah.
You look disgusting.
nobody needs to see that flange.
No. So they drive off with the whole alien family in the back of the van and everybody else. Alien dad starts acting up.
He's very handsy.
Yes, and racist Debbie reads in the riot act.
Yeah.
It's like, keep your fucking hands to yourself. Sit down. Don't fucking look at me. Don't fucking speak. She proper has a character.
Yeah. It's like, you weird perv. Fucking pack it in.
This to be your alien freak. I'll send you back to your own country. Planet.
Yeah, he fucking smashes a window and steals a drink off. Like, they pull up at a petrol
So
station.
yeah, they put at night now. They pull up to a gas station, and while they're filling it up, a woman pulls up alongside in a car.
Yeah.
And she sees the aliens in the fucking van window. She gets a bit hot and bothered.
Well, she's
She
kind
does-
of fine. Yeah,
She
she's like,
does a bit of a bottom lip bite.
Hi,
Like,
yeah.
hey. Until the dad steals her soda. Then
smashes through the window
Yeah.
and then grabs her fucking soda.
Then
Like, does a stretchy arm thing.
Yeah, because they're like stretch arms. No bones, remember?
Yeah.
So she freaks out. And then they just walk into the store. The
Which
alien
is
family...
populated by rednecks.
Yes, they just walk into this store and start stealing the sodas. And then Paul Blart, the mall cop, shows up,
Yeah.
instantly pulls his gun, of
Yeah.
course, America. And then the police arrive. It's now the whole it's all a big scene now.
Yeah, somehow the dad ends up with the gun.
Yeah, alien dad steals Paul Blart's gun.
Yeah.
Just because
Just takes it.
Yeah, basically.
And then...
He doesn't know what it is.
yeah.
But he's just
Even
got a gun.
His fucking ridiculous hands as well would not be able to pull the trigger of this tiny gun, but still manages to, somehow.
They wander out into the car park and they are met by the full force of the police, all of their guns pointed at
Oh,
them.
yeah, this is where the army fucking from the beginning of the film turn up as well. Like, oh, we're here now.
Yeah.
There you are. Fuck, we got turned around. Oh, it's been a whole thing.
But they don't shoot them. The aliens obviously don't understand what's going on. So the aliens just walk off. And as they're walking off, the police are looking like, oh, we don't know what to do. And one of them says to the sheriff, "Come on, Bill, we're going to lose them." Like, How?
Yeah.
They're walking.
They're waddling.
They're slowly getting away.
They're so drunk. They'll turn around in a minute and come back and be like, "Oh, how did we get here?"
They're getting. We're going to lose them. Like, they're just on foot and they can barely walk. And they stick out like sore thumbs wherever they go. You're not going to lose them. So one of the cops goes after them, but he falls. And as he falls, his gun goes off. So Alien Dad...
He's the one who trips over a whole car like he didn't see it. Like, it's such a weird bit. Like, it's just like...
And so, his gun goes off, and so the Alien Dad fires back, just randomly, like,
somehow.
bang, bang, bang! And then all the police start shooting at them.
Yeah.
And then the van, which the aliens are stood next to, explodes.
Was this just before Eric is like, I'm going to go and do something.
I'm going to wheel myself into the vicinity of danger.
Yeah, for no reason at all. In between this like flurry of bullets. And then the whole fucking thing, the petrol station and all that goes up.
Yep.
And then you just see like Eric slumped in his chair. Just in front of it. Like
He's not even been blown out the
No,
chair.
he hasn't been blown out the chair. He's just slumped in it. It's like he didn't die from the explosion. He died from the shock of it. Yeah. Oh.
So, the van explodes, killing them all. The end.
Yeah.
Like, the family...
the family have been blown up.
Yeah.
Eric's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the natural conclusion of this film.
Yes. And then the government people arrive, along with Mum in a helicopter.
Also, the doctor from earlier, who likes to hand out pills to children,
Yes.
turns up and he's like, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. And Mum's all upset about her dead son, and she's on the ground. They've taken him out of the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And put him on the ground, and she's crying.
Strapped him.
She's crying over his corpse. The end. Again. This film could end so many times throughout. But then, from the flaming wreckage, like the fucking T-1000, the alien family emerges, unharmed.
Completely unharmed. Even the bags and boxes they're carrying.
The Coca-Cola's fine.
The cardboard box with all of their Coca-Cola is untouched. And they wander over, and the dad immediately teabags dead Eric.
As you would. Alien Dad brings Eric back to life because the film's not over yet, somehow. So he's brought him back to life. End of that scene.
They gather around and they all link hands or something, and somehow, and then Eric's like not dead anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
how did I get out of my chair? I thought I was strapped in.
Surely they should have been like they should have let somebody. This is a useful thing they can do.
Yeah. Bring people back
from the dead.
Why didn't you say at the beginning you could bring people back to life and survive explosions and fire? You're indestructible and you can give everlasting life.
Yeah. I mean, you've literally led everyone to believe that you're a useless fucking used sex doll.
Yeah. Just why you walk so funny. Then, sometime later, we're at a courthouse and a judge is swearing the aliens in as US citizens. And now they're wearing people clothes.
Yes, they are. Also, I'm pretty sure part of the whole citizenship thing is to learn to speak English.
You do, well, you have to do a test.
Yeah, you have to do so. Yeah, that you can at least handle the basics of English.
Yeah.
These cannot.
No, they can't.
So that's
they can't
unfair on everybody else in that fucking room.
Fucking language.
Everybody else in that room has worked hard to get there.
Yeah.
They are like, and they're like, oh, fuck it, yeah.
They've just put them in really ill-fitting suits.
Yeah, but they can
the
wear a
dad's
hat.
literally got like a blue suit and a red tie. He looks so stupid. He's like, oh, do you even get the concept of what's happening here, Alien Dad? You have been handed US citizenship just like that.
Just for no reason.
People die trying to get this.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh! It's like giving Mr. Blobby a fucking award in like chemistry or something. It's just stupid.
Also, he drives now.
Yes, it then cuts to them driving around in a Cadillac.
Pink Cadillac, isn't it?
Yeah, pink Cadillac. I love LA. No. Who's paid for that car?
Exactly.
What job is he doing?
He works in McDonald's.
Doing what?
Not the drive-through bit. I'd like a Big Mac.
What's he? What is this alien dad going to do for work? He can't speak
knows.
any fucking language.
No.
I bet they've got a nice house as well.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right next door to Eric's.
Yes. These fucking aliens coming to our planet, stealing our jobs,
And our
getting these handouts.
Yeah.
Just arrives. Arrives. Here's a Cadillac. Here's a house. Here's a job. Here's a blue suit.
Because you can bring people back to life.
Oh, fuck them.
Also, as
Send
they-
them back to their own planet, damn it.
There's no room.
Yeah.
We're running out of room here.
Yeah.
We've got enough. Also, yeah, as they drive away, it comes up, we'll be back. Like,
No, you won't.
no, you won't.
They were so confident. I love that. When you see a film, there's a few films like this. Buckaroo Banzai is another one. And they put something in the end so confident they're going to get a sequel that they put into the fucking movie, we'll be back, or Buckaroo Banzai will return.
Yeah.
And then they never got
Never
a sequel because it made no fucking money.
Yeah. But yeah, all across the last thing you see is as they drive away, it just comes up, we'll be back. No, you won't.
And then the film finally ends.
Thank God.
For realsies. Well, what did you think?
Oh, it's bad.
It is bad.
It's just one long, badly written advert for McDonald's, Skittles, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
It's Sears.
Yeah. It is just like the worst of America.
Yeah.
The worst of it's just capitalism and, commercials and taking art like E.T., the extraterrestrial, and just shitting it.
Yeah. Well, it's basically, like, we'll take the bare bones of the thread of the plot of E.T., just the bare bones of it, and we'll add nothing to it, like, at all,
apart from Big Macs
product placement.
Yeah, it's that MTV commercialized horror show.
And at the end, I mean,
it's an hour and a half long.
Yeah,
hour and 40.
At the end of E.T., the main goal is that E.T. goes back to his family and goes back to his own planet.
Yeah.
At the main goal of this family is U.S. citizenship. That's what they want.
Yeah, because America.
Yeah. I mean, their home planet is shit. I mean, I'm not gonna take that away.
To be fair.
I don't want to go back to the Shingle Beach.
Yeah,
but no, it's garbage.
As bad as it is, it's still not as bad as I thought it would be.
Really?
So bad it's good in parts. Like,
Well,
it's lauglaugably bad.
I
I thought it was going to be like Garbage Pail Kids bad. Which is just...
It's better than Garbage Pail. It is better than Garbage
Yeah.
Pail Kids, yeah. When I was a kid, me and my sister watched this film loads.
Really?
We had this on VHS, and we would watch it again and again and again for some reason.
Is that why you love Big Macs?
Probably, yeah.
That was the whole goal. In a way, this film's a success then.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I don't know why we'd watch it all the time. But yeah, this is definitely a film I saw more
Because
than
you only
once
had
as a
so many
child.
VHSs.
We used to have people. I grew up in the 90s. We used to have these people that turn up and knock on your door, and they'd have like a big fucking suitcase, and they'd open it up, and there'd be loads of videos in it, and you pay £1, and you've had that video for a week.
Yeah.
It's like pre-Blockbuster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the reason you watch it probably was because you didn't like today. You can watch any film you can think of.
It's
like
we
that.
only had Mac and Me.
Yeah,
and
you
we
had
it all week.
Mac and Me and fucking Transformers.
Yeah. Yeah. Transformers the movie with Orson Welles. Yes, that was probably true. But yeah, I've seen. This particular watching of this film is easily up in the 20th time I've seen this.
Fucking
film.
hell!
Easily.
Never.
But
other than the
it's
Paul
been
Rudd scene, I'd never seen.
It's been such a long time. I'd forgotten all of it. I mean, the last time I watched this film, I couldn't have been more than 10. 11 years old, maybe.
Some trivia. Let's have a look at some trivia. The budget of this, $13 million.
Wow.
The overall gross, $6 million.
Ooh.
Worldwide.
That's a fail.
That stings. What else? Jade Calgary, who plays Eric in the wheelchair, actually has spina bifida.
He does, doesn't he? He's
Yes.
not acting. Well, he wasn't in anything else, though. I think this was it. This like derailed his career entirely, which seems unfair. Wow.
Derailed wheelchair. There's a joke in there somewhere. The McDonald's was real. Kinda. So that McDonald's that was filmed in,
Yeah.
it's in California, or
Right.
it was. I don't know if it still is. Everything in that McDonald's works. All the grills, everything works, but it never served a single customer. It was built just to use for commercials and filming in.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
How
yeah,
weird.
fully
Why would you make sure everything works then?
Make it authentic, maybe. I don't know. But yeah,
Fucking
fully
too much money.
functioning McDonald's
Yeah.
never served a customer ever.
So stupid.
It was just used to, and for like training people to like shoot stuff and stuff like that. It's basically a set that they built.
Yeah.
McDonald's built a set. At one point, it's had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, has that changed? It's now minus.
I think it's like 3.
Ugh.
Jennifer Aniston is one of the extras outside the McDonald's watching the dancers.
Is she?
Yeah.
I did not notice.
No, neither did I. I just read it. As we mentioned, it won a Razzie for Ronald McDonald. Kim Basinger and Angelica Houston, both turned down the role of the mum.
Yes, they would.
Steven Spielberg said he didn't sue the producers of this movie because he didn't want to be responsible for anyone else having to watch it.
Excellent.
Oh, dear.
It is bad. There was also a rumour for ages that this film was actually funded by McDonald's and Coca-Cola. But it turns out they did get funding from people connected.
It was something to do with their charity.
Yeah, it wasn't outright. It wasn't outright funded by them.
Yeah,
but by people connected to both those companies.
Yeah,
hence why it's fucking just ridden with product placement.
And finally, some comments from other people. If I can fucking find them, because it was a while ago.
Well, I got Steve Mulrooney said even 7-year-old me knew this was shit.
7-year-old you didn't know.
No, I loved it. Also, Rab McArath said, I was talking about this the other week and people didn't know what the fuck I was on about. I fucking loved it as a wee lad. I remember every time we went to that Extra Vision to rent VHS, I got this like all the time. Tom Roberts, loved it. You, fuck this fucking film and fuck those freeloading aliens.
Yep.
And Carrie Arnell, I used to love this movie.
My Little Slice of Hell Network, so funny for all the wrong reasons. Mystery Science Theater 3000 did a great episode on it.
Oh, did they? I'll have to look at
that. Danny Love, 1982. I want a Coke and a Big Mac now for some reason. And someone called the Home Video Channel, which is over on TikTok, just discount ET sponsored by McDonald's.
There you go.
There we go. That was Mac and Me
from
1988. Get some buddies round, get some beers in, order a load of Big Macs, and watch this movie.
Take a drink every time you see Coca-Cola or McDonald's on the screen.
Eat a Big Mac every time someone mentions Big Mac.
See how ill you get.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That was it. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff, and check out the Instagrams and the podcast. This is the podcast. The Instagrams and the scribbly wibblies and the social wheelies and all that lovely stuff. And then the rating and the reviewing. And you can see more from us on our Instagrams. There's another YouTube channel under my lovely name. All that crap. And Lee Smith Comedy.
Yes. Instagram and TikTok.
And everything else.
Yes.
Cool.
Give me more followers.
Cool.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you all for coming here tonight and drinking all of my booze. No, really. Please leave. The party's over. Get out.